Yasin beti mali Saso figa gada Baby unga hambi.
What up? Hello and welcome to another episode of the Nothing But Football podcast. I'm hosting today. That's me, your man, brother Hakeem. Does it work?
I think it works.
It works perfectly.
We'll see. I'm joined by close friends and my fellow pundits. I don't know what you want to call us. On the left here, I've got Mr. Potion.
I'd prefer the term football enthusiasts.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. Thank you for having me, or thank you for the introduction. Another weekend of football, another weekend full of controversy. It is the Premier League, so yeah.
I said left, but I meant the right. Further right, I've got the man, Uncle Curtis.
How you guys doing, man? And in this week's segment of Chris's Beauty Tips.
There we go.
Guys, you need to have two separate lotions. One for your face and then one for your body. Don't mix and match. If you're using lotion on your body, don't use it on your face.
Sure.
That's what the ladies have taught us.
Sure. Pimple City. Well, guys, as per usual in this frantic season, it's been a whole bunch of games. Let's just get straight into it. So since we last recorded, there was a few midweek fixtures, right? So let's start with everyone's favorites. Manchester City beat Wolves 4-1.
Everyone's favorites. Hectic.
Everyone's favorites for the title.
Okay, then you must clarify. Hey, my favorite team.
I mean, everyone's favorites for the title. With 2 goals from Gabriel Jesus. Uncle Curtis described him as Emil Heskey before. Goal from Riyad Mahrez and an own goal. One from Conor Cody the other side. Any views on that game? Let me start with you, Uncle Curtis.
Nah, no views. Gabriel Jesus got his 2 Emil Heskey goals for the season, so in true form he's keeping up. Because before that, when's the last time he scored? Did he score after that? Don't think so. Man City doing what Man City do. Went on to win 22nd or 21st game.
That was 20. It was 22.
22.
Win 22 in a row.
Okay, so yeah, congrats to Man City. Yeah, but not much to say when the Man City is just dominating teams week in, week out. What I can say is that Wolves are visibly weaker from last season. You can see the tactics are not working anymore. They figured them out slightly, most teams. And yeah, sometimes people get carried away just because the team had one good season. It's when you have to repeat yourself season after season, becomes difficult to do that. So yeah, we'll see how they go.
Yeah. Mr. Potion, any views on that game? There's 2 Wolves there. There's a lot of changes in Wolves' team, exactly like Uncle Curtis has said.
I actually think Wolves started off quite well, actually, because it was an own goal. The first one was an own goal. And then Conor Cody scored from the free kick, I think. It actually started to look like a tight game.
Yeah.
But then City does what City does. And you blink and they literally just scored all the goals. The goals came in the 80th minute, 90th, and 93rd minute.
It looked close until her.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. So I think that it's a little bit of an unfair scoreline for Wolves, if you look at it. But yeah, City just do that thing where you blink twice and then they just put the goals in.
Yeah.
But yeah, the City did what they did. In terms of Gabriel Jesus, it was 2 goals. It was two goals for him. But yeah, I guess in the next games we're about to talk about, we'll realize that those 2 goals meant nothing. So
fair enough.
You know what I can say about Gabriel Jesus? Nah? He's what Brazil, not what Brazil is missing, but his style of play is what everything that I hate about Brazilian footballers that are coming up now. They've lost all their flair, bro. Like, when's the last time you heard of a special Brazilian player? The last Brazilian player that I can actually think of that excited anybody might be Rubinho.
Neymar's there.
Fine, Neymar's there, but Neymar's been around for a minute.
Okay.
Right, and Neymar started when Rubinho was also in football roundabout.
Yeah.
Neymar's been in
Rubinho's actually not that long ago.
Neymar's been in football since 2009. You see, so you know what I'm talking about. So like, that's the last player like Rubinho, Neymar that truly excites you. Can you name me any other Brazilian players that truly excite you with the typical Brazilian type of play? And it comes down to, Dunga ruined them, dog. I think Dunga was getting tired of players when he was playing with they were just dribbling merchants. And it's like, let me put some discipline. And they went too far the other side.
You wanted to find 11 Dungas.
Yeah, and now we're out here with hard-working centre forwards. Like, what's Gabriel Jesus doing? Like, there's no flair there. There's nothing happening there. Just a bunch of hard-working Brazilians. They might as well go play for the England national team. They'll still be better than all the English players, but they might as well go.
Fair enough. Look, there probably is Coutinho in that, but that does come to a more European style than anything. But yeah, anyway, my take on that game, I think it's City's momentum. Obviously took them in that game. It was their 22nd win in a row. But going on to the fixtures from Wednesday, I think so. There was Crystal Palace versus Man United, 0-0.
Boring.
Yeah. That one I will not even fight you on.
Yes.
That was a bore draw. I think I'll start on that one. Yeah, it was a bore draw. United had a couple of chances maybe in the first 10 minutes or so, sort of half chances, but from there, like if you didn't watch the game, you didn't miss anything. Crystal Palace sat back, defended, so that means Fred and McTominay had to pass. Oh, Fred and Matic had to pass the ball. Matic can, Fred. Any views on that game? Let me start with Mr. Potion.
Crystal Palace is one of those sides where on any day they can decide to make life hard for you, which is what they did to you guys. I'm not using this as an excuse, but I think it was a foggy day.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
So I wouldn't say weather played a part, but it played a part. So but other than that, you guys also didn't do much. Yeah. You were worried about other things. So yeah, looking at that, it was a 0-0. Crystal Palace did what Crystal Palace does, and you guys just dropped the ball a little bit.
Yeah. Just a word to Dean Henderson. I think that Crystal Palace had a chance late on, which a good save from him, and he seems like he's getting a run in the team now with David De Gea just having a baby, going back to Spain with all those COVID restrictions and whatever. Means Dean Henderson's going to play for a bit. Uncle Curtis?
I have no comments on that game. I don't watch. I don't like boring games. No. Oh man, football is boring.
I think it was United 6th or 7-0 of the season.
Yeah, you guys actually have had a lot of 0-0s. You've had a lot, but hey, at least it's not a loss on the bright side for you guys.
True.
You use that momentum, whatever little it was, to establish yourself in the next game. So
true.
Yeah.
Rest of the fixtures from Wednesday, which we won't get into, but Aston Villa lost to Sheffield United, and Leicester drew with Burnley.
Is Leicester capitulating again, like last season?
No. Ndidi still fit. They'll fall apart if Ndidi, in my opinion, if Ndidi gets injured.
Okay, but we'll see. But they're not winning games anymore.
No, they are. I think they're third.
But they're not winning games recently.
No, I think they won on the weekend.
We'll see.
Yeah. But just going on to the games from Thursday. Before we maybe get to the one that we maybe need to sink our teeth into, let's chat Spurs. Spurs won 1-0 away at Fulham. Decent performance. The goal was an own goal. But a decent performance, and we'll see coming up. But Spurs are starting to turn their form around a little bit. So speaking to that game a little bit, let me start at Uncle Curtis. The secret Spurs fan.
Fulham were hard done by in that game. I know the offside rule that if an attacking player does a handball and it leads to a goal, it has to be disallowed. I think in that instance, that rule was applied a bit too harshly. The hand was literally on his leg. Like, what did you want the man to do? All right, and I think with these rules,
I think the rule even changed after, because the handball rule has changed like 3-4 times this season.
Yeah,
yes.
But it changed after that also.
To me, it's when it comes to these handball calls, man. what should happen is consistency should be applied in all instances.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it's outside the box, whether it's inside the box, whether it's an attacking player, whether it's a defender.
Yeah.
And that way you'll have less people complaining about the rule being applied inconsistently.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can't say, oh, outside the box it's easy to give because it's outside the box.
Yeah.
Nah, if it's inside the box or outside the box, the repercussions of your decision should not play a factor in you making the decision.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it leads to a penalty that the other team wins the game or it doesn't should not play a factor into whether you should give a handball or not.
Yeah.
It's a handball.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they must just go back to the olden day rules from the 1950s where they says if it touches your hand, we don't care how, it's a handball. Like, then we'll get a fair consistency. Even if the player is smart enough, right, to kick the ball to your hand where you have no choice but to give a handball. Right? I don't think many footballers are that talented that they can do it week in, week out where you're always going to get a handball.
Yeah.
And then, even though on the other side, I look at it as a defender, you should wisen up. This guy can't do that. Maybe I must look at how I should move my hands because this rule is very inconsistent. I'll get back to it with my team with the inconsistency, but it's very inconsistent and they were hard done by because his hand was here. He hit a player and then it was a brilliant goal after that. But then, no, it's a handball. So it was unfair. It's not like the Thierry Henry handball that took Republic of Ireland outside the World Cup. It's not the same thing. So I don't understand. Not as drastic, because that one you can see, it's a handball.
Yeah.
And even that, the decision was completely missed.
Yeah.
Not, we see it's a handball or something like that, but the decision was missed. But I hear you.
Mr. Potion, just looking at Spurs on this one, there was a rare start for Dele Alli.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
How do you think on this particular game?
Well, I guess the coach kind of has no choice now because, they were having a bad run of form. You clearly benching one of your top players.
Yeah.
So now it's not even about pride anymore. It's about if you keep going like this and failing, you will get fired.
Right.
So Mourinho had to bring him back in for the sake of his own career.
Yeah.
But good for Dele. Hopefully we'll see better performances.
Yeah.
Also good for Spurs, I guess, because now they have more players in rotation. But you have to say, I feel bad for Fulham because it was a London derby.
Yeah.
They were trying to essentially, it seems as though these days Fulham aren't going for a draw; they're going for the game.
Yeah, they're in their relegation zone. They need points now.
No, they do. But in terms of London derbies, it seems as though that's when they do show up because historically Fulham is a good Premier League side.
Yeah.
Besides, regardless of the fact that they were in the Championship for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But unlucky for them. Tottenham grinded it out. No matter who helped them. But
Has Mike Dean been referenced since? The death threats.
He refed this yesterday.
He did?
Yes, he refed on Sunday against West Ham and versus Leeds.
Oh, man, that means to retire.
Okay. Look, just on Spurs, I think they had to get the win just to get that momentum under their belt. But if you look at the stats of that game, that's Fulham 60% possession, Fulham more shots on target, more shots, and all of that. So it was a Mourinho performance.
Yes.
It was a
counter attack.
It was you wouldn't assume they were playing the team that's 17th, 18th in the league. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I agree with you there.
But just going on to the big one from Thursday, Liverpool at Anfield versus Chelsea. Klopp versus Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea took that 1-0. Right. Good game. Before the game, Tuchel was talking about how Liverpool like to play a high line, and he was actually even saying, Timo Werner, we're going to use Timo Werner, and it was just balls over the top the whole game. Timo Werner played pretty well, but it was a game set up for him. You know what I mean? But let me start at you, Uncle Curtis. I think that's Liverpool's 5th or 6th loss straight at
it was the 5th
at Anfield, right? Mason Mount.
Chelsea have got that new manager bounce. We can only judge them. Sorry, the pronunciation over there. After game 16, 17. In fact, when did Ole secure the manager's job? After game 19. Somewhere there, like after a prolonged period of games, I can say, okay, fine. After they lose their first game, and how Thomas Tuchel responds to that. Does he stick with the same lineup? Does he change a couple of things? What doesn't he like about the team? That's when I can start saying, okay, fine. This is the identity of Chelsea. Nonetheless, Chelsea did have a talented bunch of players that just had a useless manager. Right? So it's not surprising that he's getting these results out of a semi-decent team. Because, again, the problem was the manager. It wasn't the players at all. Liverpool, going through a tough time. Right? Klopp will figure it out. If he doesn't, he'll get fired. Who they bring in, they'll bring in Gerrard maybe. Gerrard will get fired after a year, and Liverpool fans will get back to realizing they're an average Premier League team.
Go back to waiting years.
Not even waiting years, but like Klopp gave them a once-in-a-lifetime achievement. Right? Like, last time Liverpool won a title, I was born that year.
Do you trust Klopp to bring them back to the title?
If he learns and adapts his football, yes.
But that's the same football that won them a title last season.
Yeah, it won them last season, but you know what Liverpool's problem is? The physio that they gave to us and gave us all our injuries, Chris Morgan. He returned to Liverpool, and now Liverpool have all these injuries all of a sudden as the head physio. Right? So it's muscular problems that they're having at Liverpool. Yeah. Right? The same way Arsenal used to get all those injuries and guys told us stop crying, it's part of football. Liverpool fans, it's a part of football. It's like one of those things. So it is what it is. So I believe he can fix the problems, right? But he'll have to adjust a couple of things according to style of play. I honestly think he should get rid of Salah. He might be the top goal scorer, but I think you should for the sake of your team, right? Because Mane will give you that hard work. You get a... What can I say about Liverpool fans?
He subbed him in that game.
He subbed him. Because even with Liverpool fans, you are deluded, man. You started a GoFundMe page to get Mbappe's 200 million with transfer fee, and you think you're going to get him. Oh, man. I don't know what to say about that club. Yeah.
They thought they were going to raise 200 from Mbappe.
And he GoFundMe.
And he was going to go to Liverpool.
They've been saying we can get Mbappe. He was on John Henry's jet. The team that pays money £100,000 a week think they can get the black excellence that is Mbappe at 19 for £100,000 a week. They mad. Right. Mbappe will break the bank. He'll be taking Messi wages in the next year too.
Right, yeah. Mr. Potion. Let's also look at the Chelsea end of this performance of this result. So Chelsea, usually in the games under Tuchel, they've been hitting possession and that. I think in this game they were willing to sacrifice possession a little bit, obviously to hit on the counter attack. Timo Werner in behind, a good goal from Mason Mount in this game. Obviously, as we said, a good performance by Timo Werner, Reece James, and N'Golo Kante again. What are we thinking towards the Chelsea end? Uncle Curtis has mentioned obviously until their coach has their first loss and reacts to that, but we're kind of in the moment. So,
first off, hats off to Chelsea. You beat the champions. It's a great result for you guys. Well done. But if you look at it, Liverpool's been struggling at home. I think they'd gone 5 games on a losing streak at home.
Straight.
Most Liverpool fans would have thought that this is the game that Liverpool wakes up because it's a rivalry, a classic game.
Yeah. In
terms of Premier League football, but that wasn't the case. Liverpool got hands again, not necessarily hands, but
they got hands.
They lost.
Werner missed a few.
For Tuchel, I'll give him that. He's really, because I think the problem with Lampard is that he was starting to bench the old guys, the senior guys in the Chelsea team, and those are the guys who essentially turned on Lampard. Yeah, essentially breaking morale of the team. So it seems as though he's giving everyone a fair chance. I mean, he's brought back Aspilicueta in the team. He's brought back Alonso. He's brought back Jorginho, who seemed to be blackballed in the Chelsea team. Rudiger, who there were rumors that Frank was saying to get rid of this guy.
Yeah.
So, okay, Christensen didn't play that much for Lampard, but he did feature. But essentially, he's brought back guys who were sidelined by Frank Lampard. And he's giving them a second chance. Whether this is still honeymoon or not, only time will tell. So we just need to wait and see what happens. But yeah, it's essentially he's bringing back the squad into this. I won't say title race. I'll say top 4 race.
Yeah.
So yeah, for Chelsea, well done.
Yeah. Look, this is a team that they said couldn't defend, Uncle Curtis. Because remember, Chelsea was conceding goals under Lampard. But it's funny enough, to me, that's not in Chelsea's history. Chelsea generally has a strong defense.
Yeah, which makes me realize how terrible of a manager Frank Lampard was. Same way that he got rid of Andres Villas-Boas when he was there and the players revolted against him. The players revolted against him, or the senior players revolted against him in the same manner that the senior players did it to AVB. He got his just cause. He tried to play attacking football thinking he's the great.
David Luiz.
Like, to a rival, even. Like, it's like one of those things of where, what was he thinking? You can see he's very inexperienced. He must go coach Celtic over there in the Scottish League. Get some experience under his belt where there's no media pressure. Maybe he might become a half-decent manager. But I doubt it. I seriously doubt Lampard will become a great manager. I think he's just gonna.
I think he's still sour, eh?
I think he'll be all right. He didn't do badly. He didn't do great. He did all right.
Can you just think about this? He's still sour. Like, has he made any media appearances? Normally, this is about the times where the coach swallows his pride and essentially gets those jobs.
Yeah.
Where he's a pundit or something.
Yeah.
Show yourself out there. Give an interview or something. He's been very quiet.
Must lick his wounds, bro.
But you think he's going to be a decent manager? You think he's going to be a decent manager?
I think he'll be a decent manager, right? Because he didn't do badly as much as he didn't do well. To me,
arrogance was his downfall.
To me, I just think he steadied the ship. He took a team that was 3rd and finished 4th with them. Like, he didn't do badly.
Club legend hype.
Hey?
No,
Club legend.
No, it's not even about that. I feel like for me, that guy would do well in like a mid-table English team. If he had to go to Aston Villa, he would do so well.
Championship.
Because he works. Because last season when he did well, he had a strong English core.
Yes.
He actually had a strong English core in that team.
Yeah.
He used young players who probably watched and idolized him, who were going to listen to him when he talks, instead of guys who've been around for long and have football knowledge.
Fair enough.
I feel like if he goes to like an Aston Villa, a team that's got a strong English core, I feel like he'll do wonders with that.
Nah, guys, we need to stop giving average managers chances. No, he won't do well at Aston Villa. Put him in the championship. We're giving guys. He spent 200 million. We're giving guys a break over here. Why? He did nothing spectacular with 200 million.
Yeah, but he did nothing terrible either. That's my point. That's why I think he'll be all right.
Flip, I wish I could be averaging, get a 200 million job that'll give me money.
Fair enough.
I wish I could be average, so I'm not going to give him that break.
To me, the jury's out on him because I'm not sure.
Nah,
for what, Lampard?
Yeah. I'm not writing him off, eh?
No, I'm not saying I'm writing him off. He'll take Aston Villa to a solid 6th.
Yeah.
No,
like,
I refuse.
6, top 6.
I refuse.
You don't want to give him top 6.
I refuse.
With where Aston Villa is now,
man could barely crack the championship playoffs. Now he'll finish 6th in the Premier League. I refuse.
Stop underestimating this guy.
Fair enough.
I'm not understating.
Look, I think let's go to the Saturday fixtures, right?
It took David Moyes 20 years to get top 4. You think Lampard will crack it?
Everton, yeah.
Nah, he won't.
Yeah.
He won't. But sorry, we can continue.
No, fair enough. Let's go to the Saturday fixtures, right? So Saturday. Let's start at the one because we alluded to the handball decision in that. So I think let's go straight into that game. So Burnley versus Arsenal ended in a 1-1 draw. I tuned into that game from about the 60th minute, I think. It was actually a very entertaining game. I don't know if it was just entertaining in the last 30 minutes, but Arsenal was pushing.
Not well.
Burnley had a couple of chances on the counter, but it was a fantastic, and that finish to that game was fantastic from my side. Mr. Potion, maybe tell us a little bit about the game and that.
If I remember that game correctly, we started pretty well. First half, we were on fire.
Yeah.
The problem is there were opportunities, clear-cut opportunities that we missed. I think Saka actually had a shot. It was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he missed that.
Yeah.
I think we had a couple of those opportunities where we should have converted, and I think we gave Burnley, that belief that something can happen.
Yeah.
They can come back. And second half was just a time where
you scored early, right? In the
yeah,
6th minute,
scored. We scored in the 6th minute.
Yeah.
Yes, Burnley replied with an own goal, not an own goal, but a mistake from the back.
Yeah.
Xhaka was trying to essentially pass the ball across the goal, and then it just hit Chris Wood.
Yeah.
And it was a goal. But essentially, I won't blame Xhaka for that. It was...
Keeper gave him the ball in the wrong position.
Yeah, keeper gave... No, not even that, bro.
And it happens. If you encourage
it
your team to play out from the back,
it happens.
They won't get it right the whole time.
Yes.
And it's that position where if you make a mistake, it's a goal.
Yeah. I don't blame Xhaka for that mistake. I do feel as though we should have reacted and scored. But it just seems as though things just weren't going our way. Because even though we did have a couple of penalty calls, I feel as though we should have won this game.
I would agree. I was just about to ask you how you feel about the performance-wise.
Yeah, like
what I saw Arsenal performing well.
No, we played well. It just didn't work out. It's unfortunate. It happens.
It's the Premier League.
But yeah, it's the Premier League. You can hit post all day, but I feel as though that's a game that we should have taken if we were serious about showing our intent about our future endeavors in football. But besides the penalty call, it was obviously a penalty. There was Nicolas Pepe was dribbling in the box. There was one where it hit I think Eric Peters in the hand. First one, it hit him in the hand. Second one, he stuck his hand out and essentially pushed the ball away. They ruled it as it wasn't a penalty. The thing that got me is that they didn't even review it on VAR.
Yeah. They didn't send the referee to the pitch.
No, it wasn't even reviewed on TV. It was reviewed as players are running.
Oh, okay. Well, put a pin in that one because I think we need to chat about it. So let me give you Uncle Curtis. How do you feel about the game? Let's leave the penalty decision until last. I think let's chat around that one.
What I will say, it's Burnley at their home stadium. It's not the easiest game for any team.
True.
Top teams generally don't go there besides Man City and Clapton 5-0. It hardly happens. Right? So it's not a disheartening performance, but the way we performed, we should have won the game. It was drop points in that essence. Right? Where let me start with the positives. The positives that I'll take from this game is that we seem to be playing with more defensive stability. Our goals come from our own mistakes now in general. All right. If we can stamp that out altogether, it makes for a better promising season next season and team as well. It's just fixing one or two things, but you have to stamp out the mistakes. Yeah. It's not those mistakes anymore where the players dribbling past 3-4 players. It's literally the player busy passing it back to the wrong players in the wrong position. So we cut that out. It looks like a better team because the 1-0 win over there is a good win. True. If we didn't score another goal, it's a good win. You won the game. It's over. That's literally all Burnley did, right? Besides the maybe one or two counter-attacking chances they had. So in terms of that, I'll do that. Willian did get another assist, but guys, that guy does nothing. That guy does nothing, man. Because even that assist to Aubameyang, man, like it wasn't a defense cutting pass, nothing. I liked Pepe's cameo for 30 minutes when he came on. Because he came on and there was a chance where he just missed the ball because the player in front of him and Burnley also missed the ball. But I'm not going to blame him for not seeing that chance because, those chances do come at you quick. Like, you'll get them sometimes you won't.
Yeah.
That lovely volley for when we thought we got the second penalty.
So a good performance from
Good point was it was the right call for that.
They VAR that out of guilt.
out of guilt.
Yes, they screwed us over. Because it was clear. Like,
But it was the right decision, yeah?
It was,
it was the right decision.
right decision.
That one was the right decision.
Yeah.
But it's too late. Like, you can't decide to now VAR because you've messed up on a big call.
Yeah.
They didn't even put it on the screens or anything.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
Hence what I'm saying.
So to me that handball, right? It's one of those, like, if it was given, I wouldn't fight it. The fact that it's not given, I'm all, because I don't know what handball is anymore. To me, that looks like the one that they missed in the Chelsea game and whatever. Like, it probably should have been a penalty just from the standard of what a handball is.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is why I say when it comes to handballs, they should just say if it touches your hand, it's a handball. Doesn't matter if you're in the box, doesn't matter how close you are. Because the justification they gave for that handball was the player was too close to the player. That man didn't shoot the ball at his hand.
No, so in terms of the way I saw it, right, just to shoot it a little bail, because we were all saying it probably should be a bit. But Pepe kicks the ball and it hits the ground on his arm. Then Pepe calls for a penalty already, right? And then the ball comes back and this guy's putting his arm up like, no, it wasn't a penalty. And then Pepe hits the ball again and then his hand. So, like, and then his hand does move towards the ball, but to me, it looks like that motion of, hey, no, I'm innocent. Oh, shit, handball.
My thing is, yes.
So I don't think it's as clear cut, but I would give it as a penalty.
No, I get it. It was actually one of the few times where I've actually heard the commentators siding with Arsenal and saying, yo, okay, that they were hard done here.
Yeah.
Because I feel as though, even though you are right, he was protesting, but he wasn't protesting looking away. He was still watching the man.
Unnatural position, as they
Yes.
say.
His hands were here, but you could see there was a little movement of.
Yeah. You could definitely see move towards
Yeah.
the ball, yeah. All right, but no worries. Now, obviously we would have wanted the 3 points, right? That would have gave the 3 points. Just the rest of Saturday's fixtures: Southampton won away at Sheffield United, Aston Villa and Wolves drew, and Leicester won again at Brighton.
Okay, but Aston Villa is not the same team without Jack Grealish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And no creative threat whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I have to start giving Grealish his props now.
Yeah. I think as some of their parts, they are a better team. Because remember, this team finished 17th last year. And now they're riding up in the top half of the table. Second season in the league. So I give them that. But moving on to Sunday's fixtures, let's maybe start at the big one, the Manchester derby. At the Etihad Stadium, United took that game 2-0 with a penalty early on from Bruno and a goal in the second half from Luke Shaw. Let me start here at the table.
You think you're slick, don't you?
By claiming a win.
No, you went on Sunday's games. It wasn't even the order of the games of the day. You skipped. You were so excited.
Did we go in the order for the other days?
You went in the order for the Arsenal game. Why did you go in the order on Saturday? No, you started from Arsenal and then you went to Southampton. Now you don't know order. Now you just call games. You skipped Liverpool versus Fulham and you went to Manchester City versus Man United. But anyways, yes, ask that question.
Let's be positive. How did you see the game?
Yes. Let me actually concentrate. You can answer first. This guy threw me off.
Well done to Ole for his yearly win against Pep.
Yeah.
I don't know why Pep can't figure him out. It seems like luck is generally on Ole's side when he plays against Pep, because Pep has the beating of everybody else. Like everybody else. And we're not going to say that Ole's a great manager because he just beats Pep. He's just lucky against Pep. Let's start there. Right, but nonetheless, it was a good performance. You get a penalty early on. In these top of the table clashes, there's quality all round. When you look at the Man United lineup before they played Man City, you could see went for a solid defensive structure with lots of pace on the wings, right, and also lots of pace up front, right, so they can get quick on the counter attack. Because Dan James one wing, Rashford the other wing, You
Martial
got
up front.
Martial up front. You got in the wing backs Wan-Bissaka. He'll always track back and get the ball very quickly because he's a hard worker. Who was the other? Luke Shaw. He's been having a positive thing. Then you got a Frege and McTominay holding access in the midfield. And you got Bruno Fernandes. He went there to play counter-attacking football, but it's Man City. And they won game 22. I was stuck in two positions when I was watching that game.
Yeah.
I didn't want United to win because I knew the fans were going to get outlandish after the game.
Yeah.
And I didn't want Pep to win either. Because
He's running away with it.
He's not even just running away with it. He would have won 23 games unbeaten, and the 7 Manchester City fans on Twitter would have gotten excited all of a sudden. There's like 7 Manchester City fans in South Africa, though.
Yeah.
Like if you support Manchester City, unless you can show me your dad that supported Manchester City in 1950, which means most probably he was an English guy who was supported the apartheid, and you don't want to put that on the table.
Sure. Okay.
You're not supporting Man City. Man City was literally established in 2008, if you're being honest. With I bet you they don't even remember the first dodgy minister that they had from Malaysia or something. So,
Thaksin Shinawatra.
you know what I'm saying? And then they kicked on from there. You get what I'm saying? So, Man City established 2008. Okay team. So, I don't know what to say about Pep losing to Ole. No, I think the only way Pep will beat Ole is if Ole plays in the semi-final, because you know Ole can't make it to semi-finals.
Sure. So look, I think there's a game that's set up for your team, right? I think this is the one, right? So in the sense that this game gets played on the ground. Pep likes his team to pass the ball, play it on the ground. That's where Fred flourishes. That's where McTominay flourishes, because they run, they press you, they whatever. So from my perspective, I think a good performance, like you said, the early goal really helps. I expected a 0-0.
Because once you get that early goal, you're chasing, the other team's chasing, and when there's quality teams, they will get you on the counter attack.
But I think it was a good performance in the end. But it's a game set up for us. Pace and power on the counter, plus central midfielders who pick up the ball quickly. There's 36 other games. This type of game works out for us. Mr. Potion.
I actually want to break this game up in a different way. I feel as though with this lineup
Of Pep.
Yes, Pep's lineup. You look at it and you think to yourself, I would have preferred that he goes without a striker in this game. I think it would have benefited him more, but he decided to start Jesus. Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
My word, he had a terrible game. He's the one, he cost the first goal because he lost the ball from the back. So he decided to be a hero and try to get the ball back, which led to the penalty. He kicked Martial. And then from then on, he was just nowhere.
Yeah.
You see why I call him Emmy Husky Light? He can't even be said.
João Cancelo decided to switch off for the first time this season. He was nowhere. He was giving away the ball. He was doing stupid things. His positioning was wrong. Okay, sharp. Raheem Sterling, I understand playing him because Raheem Sterling is a big match player, but he's not a big match player against Man United. History has shown.
Wan-Bissaka has owned him
He
every
still-
time
yes.
they've played him.
He still has not scored a goal
He hasn't scored against the goal against Man United.
in the
So,
Man United
before-
derby.
But Wan-Bissaka doesn't. You see how Sterling gets the ball and runs
Yes.
it? Wan-Bissaka will stop him every time.
No,
He's
yeah.
got him in his pocket.
So he decided to start Sterling, and Sterling did absolutely nothing in that game. He was nowhere to be found. Other things to point out: when Gabriel Jesus came off, you have Aguero on your bench, who's a striker. You need goals. You decide you're going to put on Phil Foden.
Yeah.
And Phil Foden did nothing. Like, he doesn't have a striker's instinct. There was a time when Man City were playing and were looking for the goal scoring opportunities. They didn't even know when to shoot. Like, it was like they were just passing to each other and no one actually took that decisive shot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, they had...
Yeah, but they got it right 22 games in a row before that.
Yes,
Isn't it a bit harsh to
no,
put
it's
them like this in game 23 where they don't get it
no,
right?
it's not harsh, but you think to yourself that you lacking scoring goals, and I understand it's worked out for you, but right now this system is not working out for you. You need to change. Like, something needs to change.
Yeah.
Like, and you have...
And Martial was dribbling them in the center there.
Yes. No, Martial gave them a hard time there. But as well, I'm not taking anything away from Man United. Man United showed up.
No, I'm saying...
Yes.
I'm saying I think you're being harsh on City.
I guess so. I mean, they've gone 22 games unbeaten. So
winning.
who am I?
Yes. 28 unbeaten.
22 wins. So who am I to say?
Yeah.
But essentially, I'm just breaking this down.
Sure.
Saying that it was just those small things that just happened. I mean, they had what? 22 shots.
Yeah.
Versus your 8.
Yeah.
That tells you that they kind of had this in hand.
Not really. They didn't have a lot of clean chances.
No, I understand they didn't have a lot of clean
but
chances.
They had the ball.
But they had the ball.
Shots.
They had 65% of the possession in 23 shots.
Yeah.
All this means is that the shots weren't on target. But they did have the opportunities. So you look at that and you think to yourself that this is just... It's a weird little wobble for City, but it's a wobble that a good manager can't avoid this wobble. A great manager would actually find his way out of this wobble. So it also brings that argument
Southampton are
about...
gonna catch hands, guys.
I think Pep is happy with this defeat, right? This is just a theory, right? But Pep was in this situation all the time. At how many years at Bayern? It was 3 years at Bayern. Every season, by this time, they're 20 points clear. They just it's a procession at the end of the game. So I think he's secretly happy with this loss to keep the guys on his toes, because that was always the reason given why his Bayern team didn't do well in the Champions League. Because
I see what you mean there.
Yeah.
As in, now going into the Champions League fixtures, they know that they can bleed. So it's one of those things where,
like, on some puzzle.
Yeah. That you can get
Jesus, you're not cheeseburger Ronaldo. Chill.
Jesus is nothing. Jesus is not even fucking. He's not even I can't even think of a striker. Fred. Remember the striker?
Oh,
Fred?
the Brazilian Fred. Yes.
Brazilian Fred.
Yeah.
I think. Don't you think that Pep has something against traditional strikers?
I think he does. Yeah.
I think he does.
He fought with Zlatan. He fought with Henry. He fought with Samuel Eto'o.
Lewandowski, but I hear what you're saying. His teams do really,
because he wants
traditional striker doesn't really work.
Because he wants strikers to do things that they're not accustomed to doing. As in a striker, when you start doing those things, it takes away from your goal scoring threat. Because he wants them to stay in your position
and win titles.
And but win titles. But then everything works in football up until it doesn't work. And the key to being a top manager for a prolonged period of time, especially at one club, is you have to be able to adapt. Fergie went from "I'll blow your hair out" to "It's okay, my son. It's okay." You know what I'm saying? Like,
are you accusing him of not adapting then?
With strikers, not football wise, but with understanding that sometimes leave Eto'o alone in the corner over there. He'll bang you the goals when you most need them. Maybe that's why he's not getting.
Why?
Because
I say why, because if I see Pep's record and what he wins, Eto'o's the problem. You know
Eto'o
what I mean? No, I'm not saying Eto'o. I'm saying that striker.
Yeah,
so
I get you.
But
Salah's top goal scorer in the league, Liverpool is 6th.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get at is with those special type of strikers, it's like, why should I change? It's because when it comes to the last 4 of the Champions League, Eto'o will get you that goal. Phil Foden will shoot wide. Raheem Sterling will get pocketed because he's a winger. But as a special, who won Man City their first title? It was Aguero in the last 2 minutes, literally in the box.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's that special.
Wasn't their first, but I get you.
No, their first Premier League title.
It wasn't their first. They won one under Roberto, the Italian, and under Pellegrini.
No, not with Pep.
Yeah, that was maybe the first one under Pep, maybe.
No, I'm talking about Aguero. Last minute goal. Aguero!
I don't remember with Mario Balotelli.
No, I remember, but he's saying it was their first title. I'm saying that season wasn't their first.
No.
Okay, maybe I'm mistaken over there. With that last minute.
No, that was Fergie time. That was their first. Sorry, that wasn't Pep. Sorry.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying Pep.
That's what I'm saying. With that last minute goal, we'll say
you had me doubting.
Yeah, you also had me doubting, dog, with your confidence over there.
That was 2012, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That
Like,
is
it's,
under...
if Aguero is not on that pitch at that specific moment in time, and it's another midfielder, pass. The special striker senses, hey, this is a goal. Whether it's a toe poke or, because he's a striker, he knows where the goals are.
Just to counter that, right? So that's to win their title on the last day of the season via goal difference. Pep's title wins 100 points, 98 points. This will be whatever points.
Yeah. Hey, but what does
a striker mean to that when you're winning by 10 points?
Yeah, but what do you
still
really
doesn't
want?
have a Champions League.
What do you really need? Without that special player in Messi, he doesn't win Champions Leagues.
I disagree.
I disagree. You disagree, but he's
the best club side I've ever seen in my life.
I hear you, but is he winning Champions Leagues with Lewandowski, who's been the best striker over the past 4 years, arguably?
No, semi-finals. He didn't win.
He hasn't won with anyone else.
But what I'm trying to get at is those strikers give you those key goals in those key moments.
There's only one manager that has won Champions League with two different clubs. Mourinho.
Of course, I knew you were going to say
no,
that.
No, but when we're saying he's not winning with Lewandowski, he's being human. There's only one human that
No, but what I'm trying to tell you...
We put him to the standard that's here and then we shoot him to the... No, but nigga's got trophies, Joe.
Yeah, do you understand that there are people who are saying that Pep is better than Mourinho?
No, he is. He definitely is.
Yes, but we're not the thing, man. What I'm trying to get at...
That's another conversation to have, but I don't think he's better. I think he's just been privileged to start at great teams.
Fair enough.
No. He's better. Mourinho's also been privileged. But we'll have that conversation at the end.
But anyway.
Yeah, it's Porto. It was a once-off. It was his Greece.
Yeah.
Right? But what I'm
Inter.
Inter was also a great...
No, Inter when he came there wasn't a great team.
But it's a great legendary team. Like, it's like...
No, I understand what you're saying. But when he came there, it wasn't a great team.
Listen, if you go take Nottingham Forest and win Champions League with them, they also have a history of European titles. But you've changed. Changed them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but fine, we'll argue that another day. But the point I was just trying to get at is your insistence on not trusting a top-class striker because you want to play a certain way 90 other days in a season, right, is basically what's costing you in key games in that one game that you needed, right?
Sure.
Because it's like, sharp, Ronaldinho used to walk on the pitch. But when that man turned it on, he turned it on. Like, if he decided, I'm going to dribble this whole team today, there's nothing you could do to stop it. Yeah. But when you play on a system football, it goes away from that.
Yeah. Fair enough. And look, just going through the rest of Sunday's fixtures. Spurs 4-1 against Crystal Palace. Right.
Well done, Gareth Bale.
Yeah. I actually gave that game a watch. Spurs dominated the whole first half. Crystal Palace literally just scored just before half time. Spurs dominated the second half again. Harry Kane and Gareth Bale were like competing for long passes and shots and whatnot. It was actually quite a good performance from Spurs. Mr. Poe?
Yeah, I think it seems as though Harry Kane and Gareth Bale are building quite a good relationship there. Good for them. I've been enjoying it.
Do you think they've turned the corner?
I don't think they've turned the corner. I think Gareth Bale is just a brilliant player. This was bound to happen where he puts one of those performances.
Yeah.
The question is, can he keep doing this?
Can he stay fit?
Yes.
Uncle Curtis, so Spurs, good performance. If Gareth Bale is to stay fit, right, and obviously in addition with Kane and Son, do you think they'll do all right this season? They're not far off the top four. Still in with a shot.
I think they'll do all right if Gareth Bale starts playing well. I think Gareth Bale will start playing well because he wants to. He's on high.
Did Wales qualify for the Euros?
I don't think they did, no, but they might have. I'm not sure. He was going to make Euros even if he's not fit.
This new system confuses me for the Euros.
Yeah, okay. But what I'm trying to get at is with Gareth Bale, he hasn't been performing all season, right? Whether it's due to him not being chosen or when he played under Mourinho, he hasn't been performing right to the best of his ability.
Yeah.
And now we're going towards the end of the season, and man knows that I might need to get my £300,000 again at Tottenham next season.
600.
Yeah, but Tottenham's only paying 300.
Sure. But anyway, there was then a good week for Spurs and a bad week for Liverpool. Liverpool lost 1-0 at home. I think the 6th loss at Anfield in a row to Fulham. Klopp made some changes to the team, quite a few actually. I think Mane started on the bench. There was no Firmino, there was no Thiago, Rice Williams, Nathaniel Phillips, and Neco Williams in the back line. Another loss for Liverpool. How worried should they be?
I'm still waiting for those brilliant youngsters.
Shame, no. I actually do feel a little bad for Liverpool in this game because Areola had a fantastic game. I don't know if you saw the volley that Jota gave, where Areola just literally had a reflex
Jota
save.
came back.
Yes, he had a reflex save and he kept them ahead. And the goal as well, it was Salah. I don't know what he was doing in the box.
Yeah.
He was trying to... Well, he thought he had more time than he did. And then Mario Lemina essentially just mugged him and put it in the bottom left corner. So, yeah, unfortunate.
Just quickly, Liverpool's top 4 chances.
No, they're gone.
They're gone.
They're just as good as ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they'll make it. They're bound to change form soon.
Yeah.
Top 4.
They're bound to change form. They're still 2-3 points behind whoever's in top 4.
Yeah.
They can't continue losing.
Yeah.
They just can't.
Look, the Monday night fixtures, 2 teams also in the running for top 4. Well, it was 3 teams in the running for top 4, but 2 teams that won. Chelsea beat Everton 2-0. West Ham beat Leeds 2-0.
I get you now, but
Yeah.
what's happening now over the next couple of weeks is a lot of these teams are playing each other.
Yeah.
They're closer to us than they are to top 4.
Yeah, but they have to stop losing. They just have to stop losing.
No,
Like we playing West Ham and Tottenham in the next 3 games.
Yeah.
Somebody's bound to drop points.
So just quickly before we take a break, let me ask us our top 4 predictions then. Uncle Curtis, 10 games to go. I think we.
Man City,
Yeah.
that United team on the other side of the aisle.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Yeah. Leicester's currently there.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Who's 4, 5, 6?
So it's Leicester 3, Chelsea 4, West Ham 5, 6 Everton, 7 Tottenham, 8 Liverpool.
Let me go with Everton on the outside chance.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it's going to stay the way it is.
You think it's going to stay the way it is?
Number 1, City. Number 2, Manchester United. I think actually Chelsea might
Finish second.
Yeah, might finish third.
Oh.
And then 4th is Leicester. They'll capitulate.
I think it'll be City, United, Chelsea. Then I think Spurs.
Nah.
But no worries. Let's take a break. Let's freshen up. And then we can go into the reasons why.